The year is 1948. The ashes of World War II are still smoldering, and the Korean peninsula, once united, finds itself cleaved in two. In the north, a new nation emerges, christened the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, with Kim Il-sung, a young revolutionary, at the helm. He promises prosperity and unity, but his vision is one of absolute control, a control that will shape North Korea's destiny for decades to come. The division of Korea, a consequence of the escalating Cold War, becomes a wound that refuses to heal. In the south, a US-backed government takes root, while the north aligns itself with the Soviet Union and China. The Korean War, a brutal conflict that erupts in 1950, only deepens the chasm, leaving behind a legacy of mistrust and animosity. Kim Il-sung, often referred to as the Great Leader, consolidates his power in the aftermath of the war. He establishes a totalitarian state, crushing dissent and installing a system of personality worship that borders on the divine. His portraits adorn every public space, his words become gospel, and his birthday a national holiday. Upon his death in 1994, power transitions seamlessly to his son, Kim Jong-il, the dear leader. Under his rule, North Korea faces crippling economic hardship, exacerbated by natural disasters and international sanctions. The famine of the 1990s, known as the Arduous March, decimates the population, yet the regime remains steadfast in its grip on power. Central to the Kim dynasty's ideology is Juche, a philosophy of self-reliance that permeates every aspect of North Korean life. It preaches independence from foreign influence, a fortress mentality that isolates the nation from the outside world. This doctrine, while initially intended to foster national pride, becomes a tool for control, justifying the regime's iron grip and its suppression of individual freedoms. Juche's emphasis on self-sufficiency cripples the North Korean economy. Cut off from global trade and technological advancements, the nation struggles to provide for its people. The result is widespread poverty, chronic food shortages, and a stagnant economy that lags far behind its neighbors. The 1990s witnessed one of the most devastating famines in modern history grip North Korea. The Arduous March, as it came to be known, was a period of mass starvation and suffering, a direct consequence of economic mismanagement, natural disasters, and the regime's unwavering commitment to its military apparatus. Millions faced starvation as food supplies dwindled and the government's rationing system collapsed. Desperate citizens resorted to eating grass, tree bark, and even insects to survive. The exact death toll remains unknown, shrouded in secrecy, but estimates range from hundreds of thousands to several million. Section 5. Living in fear, the walls close in. In North Korea, the government's control extends far beyond the economic sphere. It permeates every aspect of daily life, dictating not only what people eat and where they work, but also what they think, say, and believe. The regime operates an intricate network of surveillance, employing informants to monitor citizens and report any sign of dissent. Freedom of speech is non-existent. State-controlled media pumps out a constant stream of propaganda, glorifying the Kim dynasty and demonizing the outside world. Access to information is tightly restricted, with radios and televisions fixed to government channels and the internet accessible only to a select few. Section 6. The Gulag Archipelago inside North Korea's prison camps. One of the most chilling aspects of the North Korean regime is its vast network of political prison camps, known as kwan-li-so. These camps, hidden away in remote mountainous regions, hold an estimated 80,000 to 120,000 prisoners, many of whom are guilty of no crime other than being related to someone who displeased the regime. Inside these camps, prisoners endure unimaginable cruelty. They are subjected to forced labor, starvation, torture, and summary executions. Conditions are deplorable, with inadequate food, sanitation, and medical care. Many prisoners die from disease, malnutrition, or overwork. Section 7. A dangerous flight, escape from North Korea. For those who dare to dream of freedom, escape from North Korea is a perilous undertaking. The country's borders are heavily guarded, patrolled by soldiers with shoot-to-kill orders for anyone attempting to cross without authorization. Those caught attempting to flee face imprisonment, torture, or even death. Despite the risks, thousands of North Koreans have risked their lives to escape, driven by desperation, hunger, and the yearning for a better life. Many flee to China, where they face the constant threat of being caught and repatriated back to North Korea to face harsh punishment. Section 8, a call to action. The world responds. The international community has long condemned North Korea's human rights record, imposing sanctions and demanding an end to the regime's abuses. However, these efforts have had limited impact. The Kim dynasty, obsessed with maintaining its grip on power, has shown little willingness to engage in meaningful dialogue or reform. Organizations like the United Nations and Human Rights Watch continue to document the situation in North Korea, shining a light on the plight of its people and advocating for change. However, access to the country remains tightly restricted, making it difficult to assess the full scale of the human rights crisis unfolding within its borders. Section 9. A glimmer of hope. The seeds of change. Despite the bleak reality of life in North Korea, there are glimmers of hope. The flow of information into the country, though tightly controlled, is slowly chipping away at the regime's propaganda machine. Smuggled USB drives containing foreign films, TV shows, and news reports are providing a glimpse of the outside world, planting seeds of doubt and curiosity in the minds of those brave enough to watch them. The international community must remain steadfast in its pressure on the North Korean regime to end its human rights abuses and embark on a path of reform. By supporting defectors, raising awareness about the situation inside the country, and working towards a peaceful resolution to the Korean Peninsula's division, we can keep the flame of hope alive for the long-suffering people of North Korea.